Hey, excellent people. I wanted to talk to you today a little bit about what to do. How do you get started? You've been having GI issues for a while now and you're tired of it. It's affecting your life. It hurts. You have to run to the bathroom. You're not sleeping well. The mood might be a bit off. Like, what's going on here? And the doctor's not able to help or do much for you. He says try a low FODMAP diet. What can you do? Well, the first thing to do is just start with the basics. That's the foundation to growing health. That's what I learned. I had been miserable for years. I had the same thing, I had to run to the bathroom randomly. I was depressed, fatigued like you couldn't believe. And my GI hurt all the time. And it just seemed to be worse after I ate meals. And so what I had done, and this is backed up by the science, is to hone in that sleep hygiene. I wasn't sleeping well. I was staying up late and browsing the web until late at night and then getting, 6 hours of sleep and then getting up and then trying to crank at work and do everything that I'm supposed to do as a father and a husband. It wasn't working out well. So I honed in my sleep, tried to really target that 8 hours of sleep at night. And that wasn't easy. I mean, don't get me wrong. These changes are simple in theory, but they're not easy. They definitely take work. So I focused on that first. I got into stress reduction, just trying to just breathe a little bit, be aware of my surroundings, because there's good research showing that stress does contribute to IBS. There are some researchers saying that IBS is a gut-brain connection. What happens up here affects our GI, and what affects our GI can change the way our brain works, right? There's communication through the vagus nerve between your mind and your gut. Tuning in the diet. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. Just reduce the amount of processed foods you eat. Eat more whole foods, whole grains, fruits, vegetables, everything they tell you to eat these days. Start there. Those 3 things alone can help you to feel a whole lot better. And then see how you feel. You might find that's all you need to feel a heck of a lot better. And that's what you need. And I hope that's true for you, because that's the easy way out. A couple other things you can do. We all hear about the microbiome these days, and that's oh so important. The medical community doesn't know much about the microbiome yet. They know it's important, but they don't know how to treat it. But there are some tips and tricks that are available to help you. Try to get some fermented foods or probiotics in there. If fermented foods don't sit well with you, or you don't like the taste, get some probiotics. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. No specific strains, just get a good blend and just start taking them. There's a lot of clinical research trials out there showing the benefits of probiotics for all sorts of GI help. Is it going to cure you? No, probably not. Is it going to help make you a little better? Yeah. You probably notice things get a little bit better, especially after you've tuned in the diet and the lifestyle, the sleep, the stress, and the diet. So the probiotics can be a great addition for sure. And, it doesn't hurt to throw in some vitamins or nutrients in there. Curcumin has shown, with curcumin being the active ingredient in turmeric, has shown to have good success too. But you just don't need to go too crazy with supplements at this point. Fiber is very important. We've heard a lot about it. If you've been watching any of the microbiome information that you'll see, or documentaries you'll see in Netflix, elsewhere, get that fiber in you, Maybe make an effort to eat the brown rice instead of the white rice, the whole wheat bread instead of the white bread. I know, it's not as good. It's just not. Nobody's going to pretend like it is. It ain't great. But if you get that fiber in you, it can really help to rebuild that microbiome. And if you don't like the whole grains, get some legumes in there, some red beans, some black beans. It's great, whole corn, things of that sort. You can be creative. Look on the packages, see what has fiber. There's a lot of added fiber in products these days because fiber is a buzzword. And sure, maybe that's all right, but it's usually an ultra-processed food, and ultra-processed food in general has just been shown to have negative consequences in health. What is ultra-processed food? It's food that comes in a package that's pre-made that has food additives in it. So try to avoid those where you can. A little bit's okay, no big deal. That's all right. We're trying to follow the 80-20 rule. 80% of your diet is clean and healthy, 20% relax, have fun. You're out to dinner with friends. Go ahead and enjoy yourself. Try not to go completely crazy if you're like me and love to eat way more than you should. And if someone doesn't finish their plate, just go ahead and finish that too. Don't try not to do that if you can avoid it, because you might feel a little crummy the next day. But this isn't about being perfect. And remember, stress is a contributor to IBS. And if you're stressing by going out to dinner with your friends because you can't eat what they want to eat, then, is that really good for your GI? Maybe not. So I hope this little bit of information helps you. It's surely helped me. I needed a little bit more, but for a lot of people that I've been communicating with, this is just what they need to get their life back on track, to start feeling great and thrive again. And I hope that's you. And if not, I'm going to put some more videos, what we can do to expand upon this foundation of good health and try to get your GI and health back into a place where you're feeling pretty good again, you're manageable, because I know you can. There is hope. And so keep coming back. Much appreciated.